What if you discovered a cholesterol treatment that works twice as effective as the pills 38 million Americans take every day? Yet most doctors never mention it. For decades, the common belief has been simple. If you have high cholesterol, you swallow a statin pill every day. That's just how it works, right? Wrong. There's actually a completely different approach that's been hiding in plain sight since 2015. Instead of taking a pill every day, some people are now taking just 2 shots per year and getting better results than decades of daily medication. In clinical trials, these injections reduced heart attacks and strokes by 15% in people who already thought they were doing everything right with their statin pills. We're talking about preventing 1 in 7 heart attacks that would have happened anyway. The truth is, there are new injectable drugs, Repatha, Praluent, and now Leqvio, that are rewriting the rules of cholesterol management. Today, we're uncovering the hidden world of cholesterol injections, how they work, how Repatha and Praluent compare, what the latest research says, the shocking costs, and whether these shots are worth it for you. By the end, you'll know the truth behind one of the most under-discussed breakthroughs in modern medicine. Science behind cholesterol shots. This is what's really happening in your body that no one explains properly. Your liver is like a sophisticated recycling center with special catcher proteins that pull bad cholesterol out of your bloodstream. But there's a troublemaker protein called PCSK9 that acts like an enemy, constantly breaking these catchers so your liver can't do its job. Statin pills try to solve this by telling your liver to make less cholesterol in the first place. It's like trying to solve a plumbing leak by turning down the water pressure. It works, but it's not addressing the real problem. These new injections work completely differently. Instead of reducing production, they're bodyguards that protect your liver's catchers from the PCSK9 wreck. More catchers survive, more bad cholesterol gets removed, and your numbers plummet by 50 to 60%, instead of the 30 to 40% you get from pills. Now that's just the beginning. Injections versus statins. Statins are the go-to first choice because they're cheap pills that have been proven to work for decades. But statins aren't the end of the story. They're just the starting point. Injectable medications usually aren't replacements for statins. Instead, they're added on top of statins when someone has high heart disease risk and their cholesterol is still too high. Statins can lower your bad cholesterol, LDL, by about 20 to 55%. Depending on which type and dose you take. But many high-risk patients still have cholesterol levels that are too high even when they're doing everything right. Some people also can't take statins because of side effects. If your risk is low and your cholesterol is only slightly high, the best approach is usually healthy lifestyle changes plus a statin. But if you're high risk, like if you've had a heart attack, stent, or stroke, and your cholesterol is still above target, despite taking the strongest statin dose you can handle, then adding an injectable medication can make a huge difference. This isn't pills versus needles, it's risk versus outcome. Statins start the job, injections finish it for those who need more firepower. And if you're wondering, do I qualify? That's exactly what you'll know next. The twice-a-year miracle. The newest player in this game is called Leqvio, and it's about to change everything. While Repatha and Praluent require shots every 2 to 4 weeks, Leqvio uses something called RNA interference technology that literally turns off the genes that make PCSK9 in the first place. Think about this. After just 2 initial shots 3 months apart, you only need to come back twice per year. That's it. No daily pills to forget, no weekly injections to schedule. You get the same 50% cholesterol reduction with just 4 clinic visits annually. The psychological impact of this cannot be overstated. The biggest reason people fail with cholesterol treatment isn't that the medication doesn't work. It's that they forget to take it consistently. Studies show that 40% of people stop taking their statin within the first year, not because of side effects, but because daily medication is a constant reminder that something's wrong with them. But there's a twist. The price problem. Everyone freaks out when they hear these shots cost $6,000 per year. But this part rarely gets explained. That's not what people actually pay. It's like looking at the sticker price of a car and assuming that's what everyone pays. The reality is that 80% of patients pay $50 or less per month after insurance. Many pay absolutely nothing thanks to manufacturer copay cards. Even Medicare patients, who typically pay the most, are seeing expanded coverage as insurance companies realize these shots prevent expensive heart attacks and strokes. Here's the economics that make this possible. A single heart attack costs the healthcare system anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000. If these injections prevent just one heart attack every few years, they've more than paid for themselves. Insurance companies aren't being generous, they're being smart. The pharmaceutical companies also learned from their initial pricing mistakes. When these drugs launched in 2015 at over $14,000 per year, insurers essentially said no. The companies have since cut prices by 60% because they'd rather have millions of patients paying a lower price than thousands paying a higher one. Future that's already here. What you're about to learn may sound unbelievable, but clinical trials are already underway. Companies are developing oral PCSK9 inhibitors, pills that work just as well as the injections. Imagine getting the same 60% cholesterol reduction from a pill you take once a week instead of every day. Even more futuristic, gene editing therapies are in development that could provide a permanent fix for high cholesterol with a single treatment. We're talking about editing the genes that cause cholesterol problems so thoroughly that you'd never need medication again. But the most immediate breakthrough might be the simplest, making these injections so routine that getting your cholesterol shot becomes as normal as getting your annual flu vaccine. Some cardiologists are already predicting that within 10 years, high-risk patients will get their cholesterol injection at their regular checkup, just like any other preventive care. So, let's pull it all together. These injections don't just lower numbers, they prevent the heart attacks and strokes that kill 655,000 Americans every year. The three key breakthroughs that beat every expectation: first, injections that protect your liver's natural cholesterol clearing ability instead of just reducing production. Second, treatments that work for everyone from 10-year-olds with genetic conditions to 80-year-olds who can't tolerate statins. And third, a healthcare system that's finally making these breakthrough treatments affordable for real people. The emotional reality is this: if you or someone you love has struggled with high cholesterol despite doing everything right, you now know there's another option. The days of accepting that pills just don't work for me are over. If this information could help someone in your life, share this video with them. And if you want to stay ahead of medical breakthroughs that could literally save your life, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The next breakthrough in heart disease prevention might be just around the corner, and you'll be the first to know about it. The question isn't whether these treatments will become mainstream, it's whether you'll be among the early adopters who benefit from them now, or wait until everyone else catches up.